Oh, haha, I was muted. You guys couldn't hear me. Incredible greetings. Hello, hello, hello. How are you guys doing? Okay. There we go. So, hello, hello, hello. Incredible greetings, everyone. Incredible greetings. I am incredible. How are you? Hello, Samantha. How art thou? Welcome, welcome, welcome. All right. I know. So we had a power surge, a power outage, and I actually had to redo the driver for my graphics card. Like I don't even know, like if they were working on something. There was no bad weather. The lights in the whole house just went off, and I was like, okay. So I couldn't even, I only had one monitor and all this other stuff. So I was just like, yeah, the heck. So I figured I'd come back um now and come back later because I'm always on during the daytime. So I was like, let me just come on a little bit later in the evening and see who all is up. It's been a minute. Maybe answer some questions real quick. So this is going to be a quick one. I'm not going to twist your arms to get help. And to receive help. So I will, leave it up to you guys. Well, turn it over to you guys. I about to say raise your hand as if we are in a Zoom class in the Zoom session. But go ahead, put your questions in the chat. If you have any questions for me as it relates to business, Canva, Silhouette Studio, all the things that you guys know me for. So if you have questions in regards to those areas, please let me know and drop your questions. All right, I got to go to my Facebook because I can't see it on StreamYard. All right, I got to go to. All right, there we go. All set up so I can see questions everywhere. How are you guys doing? What are you guys working on this evening? What are you working on this week? How are you guys preparing for 2026? Meaning that this is the last month of the year. I would say like the year went by fast, but we always say that when it gets to December, like it just seems like the rest of it's been a breeze. But then I know like in the middle of the year, I was like, oh my God, it feels like it's a crawl. But great to be at the end of the year and preparing for the new year, God willing, make it into 2026. So, what are you guys working on? How are you guys doing in your business? Any major wins? Doing good. Working on a tote bag. What are you doing? Is it DTF on a tote bag? Is it sublimation? Is it HTV? Are you still on the design part of it or are you actually pressing it? Hey, Aquid. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. All of my StreamYards went away, so I can't see anything. Actually, let's put these like that. So there we go. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, 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 Aquisha. How art thou? Working on my 40th birthday item. So you're making everything yourself. Awesome. Is it a large party, a small party? When is your birthday? Regular heat transfer paper. Okay, so the regular transfers for darks or lights. Okay. Design done. I was proud to edit a font to get the look I wanted. Yay! Isn't this always great when you can go and you can truly customize it and get the exact look that you want? December 28th, the theme is a tiny bit, a teeny bit older. So are you gonna do like is that like teeny as in like martinis? Or is like teeny and like everything you're gonna make is gonna be like miniature size? Starting on Christmas mugs, I just go to the store and buy them. I used to make them. Now it's like, just go to the store and buy them. It's like so many different Christmas ones. I'll save my mugs like for like really like customized things like with people's pictures that you can't get in store. But like for the Christmas ones now, I just go in the store and get them. So I just wrapped up a presentation on Canva in for some insurance agents to be able to help them and teach them, well, just kind of demonstrate some things and just show some things on how they can use Canva in their business, in their everyday life. So if you don't know, in 2026, I am switching and there's going to be like a transition. You guys won't see me here as much in this capacity and like showing you the things like making tumblers and making mugs and making shirts. I have 10 years of those videos. So if that's something that you still need to learn, I am the best instructor out there, but I mean, there's only so much I can do. Like I'm not one of the newbies that's just getting into this and just making videos for you guys. I mean, I still love what I do. I'm still a young spring chicken, but in the world of like tutorials and things like that, I've been doing this for 10 years and nothing has changed. The process is the same. So there's really no need for me to go and do like brand spanking new videos, because the process is not going to change. Like there's nothing new, new way of doing it. It's the same old, same old. So I am transitioning, and so there'll be less and less content on these platforms, like Honestly Speaking, Soloholics Anonymous, 365 Creative Academy. I will be posting more things there because I'll talk more about just systems and organizational things and ways that you can use Canva for that. So make sure that you guys are following me on all platforms, 365creativeacademy.com. And eventually at some point, Shakia the Professor, but that's the story for another day. You're doing something special with them. Okay. Yes, martini, thinking about doing a mashed potato bar. Ooh. And have them in martini glasses and other little martini party favors. A win for me. I did my first Christmas card design for a client in Silhouette Studio. Vistaprint printed it and it turned out great. Yay! Woohoo! First of many. We like wins, so give us some love in the chat. Woo, woo, woo. So how many of you guys are still running from Canva? Who here is still running away from Canva? Who here is still running away from AI? Thank you so much for the peacocks. So everyone is using Canva. No one's running away from Canva and AI because I don't see anything in the chat. That's good. I like that. Y'all may not have seen me like, I mean, a lot of like it's like in one group, and the young lady always tries to come for me and she's like, you don't even use Canva. And I'm like, no. I use Canva. I'm in Canva literally every single day. I have 30,000 windows open that have Canva in it. I just use it in a different way. I have all types of systems and things like that I create in Canva, like personal things, like for my personal and like regular life that I create. Like I have a whole tracker for Zani Mani's seizures and things of that nature that it's better like in Canva because I like the way like it's color coded, which I mean, it's originally, like an Excel or like Google Docs one, but I like it in Canva because it's all like color coded and I can like easily see it. Whereas, yeah, it'll tell me it in Excel, but it's all one solid color. So I do a whole lot. Not sure if you guys have seen my website. If you haven't been to the website, it's slightly like it's slowly changing. At first, I was going to change it back. I was like, yeah, we'll just leave it. So you'll see that the paper and ink is not the primary thing on there on the main page anymore. So it's going to talk more like about me. You'll see the home of, and then there's going to be you can still go to those places to order it, but the main page is going to be more landing page style that just kind of explains our company, who I am, what we do, what we teach. Since it's like opening up, I'm actually now getting more clients for like actually like kind of like done for you type things where either I am creating their artwork or setting up systems for them. And also more strategy sessions with different businesses. So in like my own little creative way, like the idea and stuff I come up with. So I'm also booking more clients for things like that. So I kind of have to have that website that has all those things. And I don't want to create a whole new website since HS Inc. is not the name of our product line. That's honestly speaking, HS Inc. is just our company name. So I'm tiptoeing into AI. I use Canva some, but not to its full capacity. There's a lot I don't know in Canva. Okay. I like Canva. I use it, but not nearly to its potential and capacity. I want to learn Canva. Well, if you want to learn Canva, I'm your girl. So we do have we have the understanding Canva training. So you can do that when it is more so like, well, now it's playbacks. We do have a like a Canva class that's coming up where we'll go through monthly sessions, well, kind of like weekly or bi-weekly sessions on Canva and just doing small tasks just to really, really get to learn, to learn it. We're not overwhelmed. But then we have the one that's like Canva for business. So when you really need to like dive into Canva to build out your different systems and things like that one is coming in the new year as well. So we have a couple different avenues, but you definitely can enroll in the Canva, like the Understanding Canva. It breaks everything down. We do have another one coming up December 18th, 19th, and 20th, which is also Understanding Canva. It's like our prerequisite to the Canva for business. So although I'm going to still kind of go through and like outline things, a lot of the like even like the apps and certain things I'll show, the references that I will give will be like based off of using it like in business. But you can, if you want a live experience versus just watching the playback, you can attend the live one on December 18th, 19th, and 20th. And so a lot of times when people say AI, the first thing that comes to mind for people would be the visuals and creating different graphics. And I'm like playing around with especially like the whole like AI twins, and T has been doing some great things with like hers, and she had like her image coming out of like this big old purse, and she's been doing all these like Christmas ones and stuff like that or whatever. So people think about like the image creation side. I like AI, but I don't really deal a lot with like the image creation on that level. Now, I have used it for other things. Like my mom wants these little pics for her tree because she's doing like a Candyland theme for her tree at work, but it's like pastel, like lighter colors. And I couldn't find high resolution or good images of like the ones that I wanted. So I used ChatGPT to create the images. So I'll use it for simple things like that, but like the hyper realistic and all those different things, like I don't really use it for that. And I know like some people are using it now for like the video creation to make like still fit photos come to life. And people are using it for the memorial ones. I haven't gotten to that. I don't really have a desire to get into that part of it, but like with Chat GPT or using like the AI features in Canva, using other programs where it's more like building out systems or building out websites or building out presentations, things like that. Like I like that type of AI. I'm just not so much into like the video part of it. And when it comes to like designs, like maybe like small elements, but I like to kind of put my designs together. So know that there's so many different ways of like using AI. There's no one way. What's the first thing that comes to mind when you guys think of AI? The image creation or like all of the other things? Organizing your life, doing copy, brainstorming, putting together presentations and ebooks or guides, um, apps and games. Like what's the first thing that comes to mind for you when you think of like someone says, okay, are you using AI? Oh, I didn't realize that I'm all blurry. Why y'all ain't tell me I was blurry? Why y'all ain't telling me I was blurry? That has, and I have full bars, so that definitely has. I may need to like. I don't have a Apple, um, and I think Ecamm is all Apple. I think Restream you can do either or, but I think Ecamm is all Apple, and it's showing like it's blurry on Facebook. And it has to be a StreamYard thing because I'm at full bars on my internet. So that has to be something with StreamYard. Translations. I was actually just talking about that, like the thing that Canva has with their translator in uh um the translator that they have in Canva. I was actually just talking about that in um one of the sessions. Yeah, and no, it's StreamYard. All right, last call. Any question? Like, I mean, last couple of times that y'all will get me to where I'm literally willing to answer whatever questions you have. Marketing questions, silhouette questions, troubleshooting questions, printer questions, heat press questions, program questions, whatever it is. This is probably the last month where where it's like just kind of open Q&A, because I'm actually really working on my ability to like kind of have my messaging and just kind of get on, say that, get off, like almost like podcast style. So I'm really working on that. So y'all take advantage of it now, because then you'll have to get into my classes in order to ask those questions. Can I press Caesar Easy transfers with an iron? I have no idea what Caesar Easy transfer is. Don't know what that is. Let me look it up. Let me see what material that is. Oh, the DTV. I'm guessing that's what you're meaning. The DTV. Yes, you should be able to. No steam. I'm just gonna have to go over it because it does have the holes on it, but that's no different than using like Jet Pro 3G, which I have used. That you just want to make sure that you like, if you have some type of pressing pillow, that's great so that you can really get like some good pressure on it. Don't fully iron it like so much. Try to press it and just like keep going over in sections, and then you can kind of iron over it. But it's of course always gonna be better with the heat press to get even pressure and even heat. But if it's something that's just for you, would I recommend that you do that like with an iron for a customer? No, not really. But for yourself, sure, go ahead. I mean, you can take the chance, but you just don't want it to like peel up. You want really, really, really great pressure when it comes to that. An easy press would be better because it's a flat surface, and iron has this weird shape. So with like making sure that you're overlapping and getting everything, it's a little bit harder, but yes, you can. All right, I'm definitely going to delete this because it is all blurry. Very, very blurry. But yeah, so the Easy Color DTV, you can. Now the Color Print Easy, which is for an EcoSolvent printer, I mean, I guess you technically can with that one too, because you can do HTV with the regular iron, no steam. All right, last call in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, well, gave you guys every opportunity to ask questions. I don't know the next time. Actually probably, let me see. Tomorrow is Friday. No, tomorrow's Thursday. I'm like, because it's trash day tomorrow. I did just say that I had to take out the trash. Oh well, not take out. I ate, and I'm like, shoot, I got to put that outside because trash day is tomorrow. Because Eve already took out the trash. So maybe on Friday, because I have to finish up my website tomorrow. I have some contracts I have to work on tomorrow. So probably won't be live tomorrow, but maybe on Friday I'll be able to come back live, and because I want to try and get as many Q&As in as possible, because 2026 the goal is not, the plan should I say, is not to really do the Q&As. If I do, probably like maybe once a quarter. So yeah. What DTF machine do I use? I do not do DTF in-house. I have no desire to do DTF in-house. I have a vendor. Actually, I have 3 different vendors locally that I can go to. I could not recommend anyone online that you would just go and order. I have Never, ever, 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 ever use any company where I have had to have them mailed or shipped to me, because here in Miami, I do have local places. So if you're needing someone to get them from that's going to ship them to you, I won't be the greatest resource for that, because, like I said, I have 3 local places that I get DTF transfers from, but I personally don't print in house. I don't do it enough to, to justify having it, because even though like there are machines now that have like the agitators, anything with white ink, you want to be printing on it often, and it would just be a bunch of wasted ink and wasted prints. And although these machines will say like they have like an automatic cleaning cycle and things of that nature, and don't turn it off so they can go through that, you're wasting a lot of ink. You want it to kind of go through its cycle because you're actually utilizing it. But when it's just on and it's just going through, like that's how my Sawgrass was. I wasted a whole set of inks because I wasn't using it. And every time that it does the cleaning cycle, it was just using so much ink. So for me, I can't justify having a DTF machine in house. Now, Patrice from Craftable Things, she's worked with quite a few DTF machines. I mean, from her converting some herself and then getting ones that are technically converted, because all DTF machines technically are conversions, but they do them in, a very scientific and like technical way. And then they still provide support because it's like just a printhead and they do all the other things for it. So Craftable Things will probably be a great place. ADub does a lot when it comes to DTF as far as like different models and things of that nature. Now, there's a lot of people that do DTF, but if you're just trying to get a feel for and an understanding of which one's going to be the best one for your needs, those are 2 people who I know educate on DTF machines. Do you purchase a lot of transfers, Michelle? Are you currently purchasing like a lot of transfers? She says, how can I purchase stars? So once you click on it, it'll be a pop-up and it will allow you to buy the stars through Facebook. And then when you want to send them, you just go into a comment and you put how many stars you want to send, and then you just send stars. But you have to click on that, and then from there, Facebook will direct you on how to buy them. Is this is why I have this is why I have to take your class, my Canva class. Yes, you have to take the Canva class. So if you are not if you're not purchasing a lot of DTF transfers, my recommendation would be to start there. Even if you're like you want to sell DTF transfers, create that demand first before you go out and get the machine. Order from a couple different places. The best thing to do is like have like a set design and send it to a couple different DTF vendors. Why? Because you're going to see that all of these printers are going to give you a slightly different result, because it's like, what type of ink are they using? Are they using a third party ink? Are they using an ink that was designed and like the color profile was formulated and all these different things like specifically for that model of printer and how it prints out? Sometimes like just even like with their software, there's some who will put a lot of white on the back and some who don't put very much on the back, and it affects how it looks on the shirt. It affects how it feels, because when you have a lot of white, that's like another thicker layer, and then you're putting the adhesion powder on it, that's where it can feel like plasticky. Some people go and they lower the amount of white that they put on there, but that means that it can be a little translucent and it's not like a solid white. So some of the colors might still come through. I highly, highly, highly recommend for anyone that's considering selling transfers, like if you want your DTF machine to be able to order, like to sell transfers, that you order transfers from others and you're seeing and you're comparing. That way, once you do have your machine, you can, like, you'll know, like from these examples, okay, I like a lot of white on the bag. I prefer like no, like somewhere in the middle. And then you can figure out like those settings. Watch videos on, if you don't know Photoshop and programs like that, there's RIP softwares, but you still have to set up the artwork. So making sure that you understand how to set up the artwork. If you want to do the halftone look, understanding that if you have clouds or if you have watercolors and things of that nature, those don't work well when it comes to DTF because of how the white ink goes down. And it's better like when you have like solid things. So order a lot of different order transfers, try and do different designs, either get pre-made ones, like really study like the transfers. Like if you got pre-made ones, the transfer, the front of it, the way the design is, the back of it, study all of those things before you commit to buying a machine, because that is going to be like probably where you spend like the majority of your time when you first get it, just trying to figure those things out when you could have just figured it out by ordering transfers and just kind of comparing. Some people may say like which machine like they have, or especially if it's someone that does like a lot of content, you can probably watch their content and see like which model machine they have, because you may not like the colors. So I had a design, same exact design, saved the same exact way, sent to two different companies. The colors were different. Not a matter of it being different from my screen, because yes, they are printed in CMYK. I mean, once all that stuff was done from printer to printer, they were different. Very, very different in color. I mean, sometimes even just going to the exact same vendor, if their ink changes and things like that, if you have repeat orders, that may end up changing. Like it may not be consistent. Also with ordering transfers, paying attention to the film. All film is not created equal. Because there's cold peel, there's warm peel, there's hot peel, there's some that are very smooth, there's some that are kind of like bumpy, things of that. Like there's so many things that you should figure out before you just rush into getting the machine. To just know about like your supplies, the different types of powder. There's thicker, coarser powders, or there's finer powders and things of that nature. Okay, so you use a lot of iron on, meaning like the Jet Pro 3G transfers. And so, yeah, and like, some people think like, okay, well, I want to do the DTF, and because you print iron-ons, it's not the same. So it won't be the same. Like, I know you probably are tired of like weeding and transferring and things like that, and you figure, okay, well, if I get the DTFs, it'll make my life easier, but it's not the same process in any way, shape, or form. It's not the same process. When cutting by line, color, and silhouette, can you choose what line cuts first? Yes. Just select it, so hold it and move it up to the top. So you'll put it in the order that you want it to cut. All right. No other questions. All right. I shall talk to you guys later. Until next time, have a great one. Continue to unlock your creativity and be incredible. Peace.